Brothers and sisters, it's Thursday, February the 6th. Today, the Postal Service Board of Governors had their quarterly meeting, so the leadership over the Postal Service was a part of that meeting. So there was not bargaining in the traditional sense of back and forth across the table or on the phone or whatever means of communication we may be using at any particular time, because they were engaged in that meeting. But the internal work on both sides continues, which is largely analysis of the proposal that we put forward earlier in the week. If you did not see the video I put up on Monday, go back and listen to that. That'll tell you about what we put forward. We've talked over the last several days quite a bit about harnessing a quote, a phrase, really a mantra that comes from one of the great labor leaders in our history, Mother Jones from the United Mine Workers, who said, "Pray for the dead and fight like hell for the living." And when you look at our union, I don't think there's anything, when you look over our 135-year history, that encapsulates what we have done more than the mantra of fight like hell. And as we look forward in 2025, continuing this collective bargaining process, having to put forward our priority legislation on the Hill, fight back the attacks that are certainly going to come our way from Capitol Hill and potentially other places. This is what we are going to do, is band together and fight like hell on all those fronts. Today there was a very important step in some of the things we're trying to achieve in terms of safety and keeping our members safe. The Protect Our Letter Carriers Act was reintroduced by Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick from Pennsylvania and Congressman Greg Landsman over on the House side. On the Senate side, Senator Kristen Gillibrand from New York and Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri introduced identical legislation. Getting this passed is a key piece of what we need to do to be sure that our members can work without fear and can work without being victim to the crime that we've unfortunately seen going all the way back to 2020, a dramatic increase in the number of attacks. Going forward, the Federal Retirement Fairness Act will be introduced soon. This bill would give our former non-career employees the opportunity to have their non-career time credited for retirement purposes. Next week, Thursday, February 13th, there will be an event here at NALC headquarters to kick off this campaign using this mantra, fight like hell, in collective bargaining, to get this legislation passed, to fight back against attempts to reduce our retirement benefits or attempts to privatize the Postal Service. We are going to band together and fight. 2025 is a different year. There are attacks that are likely coming our way that we haven't seen in some time. But together we can do what our union has always done, and that is band together, all on the same page, embrace our empowered solidarity, and fight like hell. So stay tuned to our social media channels, the official NALC social media channels, and you'll see all the information about the kickoff of this that'll happen next week on Thursday, February the 13th. That information will be up here soon.